Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about deep pressure stimulation therapy and why I need this. I need this therapy to regulate my emotions and because I crave sensory input. It's a good way to calm myself down as long with heat. Deep pressure is what I need to relax my body. I think it's a very therapeutic activity to relax and soothe my whole body. I crave this because it's what my body needs. It is something I need every day, and it's just a stim, I guess. A stim is how I cope with my emotions, and because I'm on a autism spectrum, it ranges of what I need, and that's a thing I need to relax myself. So usually I squeeze my hands, like as you can tell, like I like deep pressure, and that's why like my hands are red sometimes because I like that deep pressure. I bought a weighted blanket. My parents got me that last Hanukkah. I have a weighted vest that could be in the microwave. I did a review on that a couple days ago. I want people to like kind of like hit me or punch me to get that sensory input in my body right away. I like wrestling with my dogs I take care of and just like running around and playing with them. Sometimes when I listen to music, I jump up and down because I need that force in my body. So jumping is a great way to get that energy out. When I dated my ex-boyfriend a few years ago, I had him step on me and I had him do an Indian burn on my arms because that was just relaxing to me. And I always needed that in my system, and I crave it and I need that still. And I'm 23 years old. It's going to be a lifelong condition I need because it's how I cope in the community. It's how I cope with my stress levels. It's how I regulate myself as a human because you can't really get away from things. So I feel like deep pressure or just like doing this, it's really therapeutic, and I just like that feeling. Like there's nothing bad, it's just I like squeezing myself, and it's just is really soothing because it just releases the tense muscles I'm facing because this gets tense. And when I do this, I watch my YouTube videos in my chair every day, and I need silly putty to squeeze every time I watch YouTube or every time I'm sitting down. Right now, I'm playing with a pencil or pen, I'm doing this, or like I'm always holding on to something. When I'm doing homework, I am having my pencil in my hand. I always need something in my hand 24/7 because that is what I need. I try and hide it often if I can, but sometimes if I'm wearing long sleeves, then I can usually hide it from people because it's a stim I need to cope with my emotions, and I do it all the time, and it's addicting because it's what I need, and it's just a habit, and it just makes me feel a lot better and stuff like that. So deep pressure is good, and I like when people, like I especially like soccer is deep pressure, like when you guard people, you use your like arm to like make sure the ball doesn't go a certain direction. If you want a player to move, you kind of like do this a little bit. Like soccer is deep pressure. I'll make a video about soccer video soon, but I feel like physical energy like soccer and physical contact sports is a great way to do that too. I highly recommend just knowing some people that can help you with your deep pressure stimulation, because for me, stepping on my back is the best feeling ever. I know people say, oh, that might hurt. I don't want to break you. I don't want to like injure you, but I can take it. I lay down face down, and this is like my body and my head, and I'm just like right here, and then pretend this is like my lower back and this is my neck. So this is my back. So I have someone step on my back and step like right between the pathway of my back. And I like my sides squeezed too, but mainly just my back because that deep pressure really gets to me. And usually this therapy can last at least a few minutes, and then it starts working within my body because it's such a good tactic when I'm stressed out. But I need someone to do that for me. So it was my ex-boyfriend who did a lot of that. Every day I saw him, he did it like every few hours because I needed that. And now I just do it to myself. I kind of like squeeze my arms. I grab my arms like this, like a tight squeeze. Sometimes it leaves marks, but usually it doesn't. But I just wanted to just like, I like that squeeze. That's what I need. So it just relaxes me. Another thing that um, that is on my service contract through the state is deep pressure, and um, I don't really like this that often unless I need it, but deep hugs really help me too. So if I'm stressed out, usually my life coaches, my direct support providers hug me to release that pressure because sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't. But the weighted blanket and just like them stepping on me really helps. And heat. I love heat too. So yeah, I just always need that squeeze and it's just constant. So I like this too. It's just an easy step, but you definitely need someone to do this therapy with you. There's also like deep brushing, so usually there's like a brush and it's like an autism brush or something like that. And you like gently like rub someone's arms and legs and that relaxes them too. I think I did that when I was in preschool. Maybe someone did that to me. And also, I had OT therapy too, and sensory input therapy when I was a little kid. And I had chewy toys and stress balls, and I was allowed to take breaks and walk around the school building for someone, like a staff member, and just take some time for myself when I was in school. So I always had this service, and now I definitely need deep pressure in my life. So I always try and do it to myself. And if it becomes unsafe or if someone needs to step in, my life coaches would do that for me too because it's on my contract. And sometimes I'm hesitant to ask for help. But if it's really bad, then they would just step in. Sometimes they just go automatically, and sometimes they ask for it. Sometimes they know I'm stressed out when I have conversations, when certain things arise, when I'm in a situation. They can read my body language too, and they just know what to do sometimes. So I'm very grateful for this, and I just need more tools in my life because I remember even like the biting thing was a big problem too in elementary school. I used to like to bite on things a lot. Um, and then I had, oh my gosh, how many things did I try out? A lot of products about that with my teeth and my sensory input. I was allowed to chew gum because that was deep pressure and stuff. And that was on my IEP. I had a chewy tube that was attached to my eraser, and I used to like, and that was good because that was like kind of like a chewy material. And that was, oh, I remember that when I was like a baby or toddler, I had like a gummy bear thing, same material as like a tube that I used to chew on in elementary school, but it was definitely that chewiness I like, and I need that because that's one kind of deep pressure I need. But overall, deep pressure is such a great therapy, and it's how I regulate my emotions. So I'm so glad I'm sharing this with you because it's what people who experience autism need is deep pressure therapy, or like whatever works with them is how they work with that product too. You need to find the right product or like the right person that would do the right techniques on your body to release that pressure. So again, this is what I need, and I need it every day, and I do it all the time. And I just thought this is such an important topic to discuss because it's normal for me to feel weird about talking about this because maybe some people may not know what this is, but it is actually a therapy that people use who work with disorders, anxiety. People with anxiety issues really face problems too. And I have major anxiety too, and autism and OCD. So all of that sensory input, that plays a big role on how much pressure I need on my body, because it's really hard to say what I need, but I definitely still struggle with that every day, and it's just a habit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.